فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I welcome you once again to Colorado Muslims Fiqh Council question and answer session. The show is called They Ask You. يسألونك. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we received a question from a family in Toronto, Canada regarding home mortgage and the ruling on it. She heard from other speakers or other scholars that as long as you're purchasing a house for the dwelling purposes, not business or any of that, then it's permissible. My dear respected sisters in Islam, whoever told you that doesn't know any better. I tell you, my dear sisters, my dear brothers, my dear families, this is called usury in Islam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cursed usury, and those who receive it, those who pay it, in this case would be the mortgage, and those who even become intermediaries, whether by witnessing or writing the contract, real estate agent and so forth. Home mortgage is usury in Islam. The fact that there are some jurists made it permissible because of الضرورة, because of the necessity. But again, what is the definition of necessity in the Sharia? The scholars, they say مظنة الهلكة, that you have no other alternative, you have zero alternative. Rental is an alternative. I understand that taxes doesn't help with rental. That's how the capital system is set, to promote that form of injustice in the society, which is usury. مظنة الهلكة, there is a chance for ضرورة, for necessity, that you can't find the house you live in. The rental is expensive. That's what you mentioned in your email. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, wouldn't you want to pay for Jannah? Wouldn't you want to pay to get to Jannah? To pay money to get to Jannah? Pay the rent, pay the taxes. Allah is the one who provides for you. Allah is the one who giving you that money to pay the rent and to pay the taxes or whatever you have to pay. I understand that you're not like the Patricia and John and Jack, and in some cases some Muslims, people speaking of securing the future, and the future is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I would rather worry about this house in Jannah. I would rather pay whatever it takes for me to get to Jannah. Add to this, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He spoke about the blessing of having a house, وَاللَّهُ جَعَلَ لَكُم مِّن بُيُوتِكُمْ سَكَنًا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed inside these houses which He bestowed upon you a place where you find sakan, meaning tranquility, peace and serenity. Now imagine you acquiring this house through unlawful means. Will that house be a place of serenity, a place of tranquility, a place where you find peace with your spouse, with your family, with your children? Who is the source of this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah declared war on those who insist on dealing through usury. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا فَأْذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. So here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the source of peace, will become the one who is declaring war against you because you're insisting on having that form of living through means which He did not make permissible. Hang in there, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam. But my dear community members, my dear Muslim community living in the West, like you find a way for halal meat, for us to have dhabiha all over the place, we could still find a way to own our homes according to lawful means in Islam, not according to these institutions which claim that they are, which they are not. We can, brothers and sisters in Islam. But if we run after these weak fatwas, weak opinions issued by these brothers and these so-called scholars who are really making haram halal, we will not find a solution, a legal solution according to the religion of Islam. Rather, we'll run away. And this is what happened. Few scholars came into the United States and the West, and they said it's okay to go and acquire home mortgage. And this sent away a lot of the resources of the Muslim community, because a lot of people did that. Now, instead of us dealing with the issue collectively, we are alone here. Few people are left sticking to the Quran and the Sunnah, and they don't have enough to resolve this matter and to deal with it. Brothers and sisters in Islam, there is a solution for us living in the West to have homes according to the Sharia of Islam, according to the way of Islam. Not these institutions again, which they claim they are, which they are not in reality. Brothers and sisters in Islam, until that solution is there for each one of us, inshallah, hang in there and be patient and trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and think about the house in Jannah. Meanwhile, work with your local communities, work with these brothers who are well versed in the Islamic financials in order to find a solution for us to own our homes in the United States and Canada and hopefully Europe according to the religion of Islam. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك والحمد لله رب العالمين.
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
فاسألوا أهل الذكر